Well, it definitely was a very big win for us, and what we need to make sure is that we practice well today. We had a very good practice yesterday, and to take all the positives from that game. So I think that we did a lot of things well, and hopefully we can capitalize on some of the things that we did do well and keep improving overall. So I was really pleased with our effort, and I think we can continue that.
The player said, you haven't said this in so many words, but if you come out tomorrow flat, then Wednesday doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, you need to capitalize, and we haven't had enough of a chance to build momentum this season. So this is a great time to do it. Such a significant win on the road. So hopefully we can. And it doesn't render it meaningless, but it's certainly a missed opportunity. So hopefully we do come out with great energy tomorrow.
You talked a lot in the first 10 games of the season about how you felt this roster just needed to play, needed to get out there, needed to get experience. Is the last 7 days kind of what you were envisioning when you were hoping for all that?
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard, college basketball, for one single new player. And, when you put those guys together, mistakes tend to, compound themselves. And guys, it's just a challenge. And I think our guys have done a great job of fighting through it. And we're by no means out of the woods yet, but hopefully we can just continue to improve and attack each day of practice the right way and attack each game day with the right amount of energy. And if that happens, then we'll continue to see great improvement.
VCU's primarily a man team anyway.
Yeah.
And you guys did well against man.
Yeah.
But you're probably still going to see a lot of zone.
Yeah.
Maybe Saturday the rest of the way out. How do you attack that
Yeah.
now that you're coming back to it?
Right. Well, I feel like we've gotten better against zone. We've probably gotten better against everything, but get better against zone defenses in the last few weeks as we've seen it more and more. And we need to stay aggressive. A zone. The difference between a zone is you can't manipulate the zone as much as you can manipulate man-to-man defense. And so in some ways it makes you more patient, but you still have to take advantage of those times when you can be aggressive. I think we've gotten better at that, and like you said, I think we will see a lot of zone. Hopefully we'll be prepared for it.
Chris, when you back up one win with a second win, how much exponentially does that improve your team's confidence?
So much, for us, confidence, for everybody, confidence is such a big part of playing sports and basketball. And, when you can go out there and feel confident, attack practice because you're coming off of a win and that certain things that you did worked and you feel that's tremendous. So hopefully that can give us a boost.
Have you sensed that in your guys since
Definitely.
Wednesday?
Definitely. After some losses, it just feels so in the moment. It feels devastating, and then the coaches are trying to get the guys back up, and you're trying to get yourselves ready. And the guys have been great, but after a win, they're bringing a little bit more of the energy right at the outset. And I think that when that happens, and you can get more done at practice, and everybody feels a little bit better.
Coach, you guys looked as prepared as you ever have been on Wednesday. Is that fair to say? And are these guys getting better at preparing for games in addition to playing?
Yes, preparing for games is for a coach the most important part of the process. For a player, it's not always the most important, and so they just need to come to understand how critical it is and how much each little detail matters and how important it is for the scout team to replicate the next opponent's offense and all of those little things. So hopefully those details we're getting more familiar with and we're getting better at.
It seemed like Jacob and Juan were very prepared.
Yeah.
Was that the best they probably played together?
Probably so. And a team that presses is most likely going to highlight the guard play of our team. And so I thought they played really well. I thought we broke the press, for the most part, and didn't have any turnovers. Even in the half court, we didn't have too many live ball turnovers. We had a few, but not too many. And those guys really played well. When you're a guard going against a team that presses, you're going to set the tone one way or another, and those guys did a great job of it.
How much of LaSalle's game against VCU will you show them, especially the first 6 minutes?
Yeah, well, none of that. A little bit. That could be so different for LaSalle as different it is for VCU as us. So we'll talk about certain things and we'll watch individual things, but we have great respect for LaSalle. They have 2 of the best players in the league. I think one guy's a leading scorer in the conference. So we have enough to worry about.
I'm certainly not implying that your guys don't buy in before, because I'm sure they definitely do. But with that that said, you talked to Hank about confidence, but do you find it easier for guys to buy in when they see the results in the court?
Sure, and I think that's human nature. But yeah, they definitely, when you feel like you're, the coach is, number one, the coach is just getting on you, and so you're just trying to get out of that. But then when you start to have recognition that, that's a good idea, or that worked well for me, then I think you have a little bit more faith, and you can move on without blocking your mind. You can just move on, take the coaching, and approach the next play. And that's a little bit harder when you're young.
How do you balance keeping them up and keeping them excited and confident as opposed to keeping them even keeled based on what you did going into the South?
Right. Well, I mean, I hope that we're even keel. Even when we're in stretches where it's not going as well, or stretches when it goes well, because that's really the coaching staff's job. We see how volatile college basketball can be and the highs and lows that we've experienced. So I think we've done a pretty good job of that. I think the most important thing is to be honest. Be honest. Even though you're being positive, you're being honest, and when you're being negative, you're being honest, and I think that's probably the best way to go about it.
I could have a wrong team, but when you talk to their coach, do you call him doctor?
Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah.
What's his doctorate in? Do you even know?
I think like kinesiology or some kind of physical.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I think it's
Well,
legit.
you did the P90X, right? So,
Yeah. I call my doctor coach.